some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle in wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle in wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear.
You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. K-O-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me coming. You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. K-O-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me
My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he snaps me straight in the temple. I'm ready to be a rebel, I've got a lot of potential hidden inside of this vessel. That shit is so exponential. I need a first class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks, I'ma take you to the clinic. If you want a taste, come at me and you will be replaced. They won't find a trace of you anywhere or any place. Oh,
you gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. K-O-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me coming. You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. K-O-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me coming.
Okay, here we are. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Scully Pod, where the entertainment doesn't stop. What's going on, Izzy Pop? Wild man, wild man. And Janica, welcome, Janica. Hello, Miss Kim Walsh. Lawless in the world, lawless in the world, lawless in the world. Jenny Scott. Good evening, Scott. Susanna. Woof woof house, woof woof house. Yoda pop. Hello, Jessica. How's everybody doing? Tonight we're going to read a couple of different things. Report on the recent discoveries in the Great Pyramid. A little bit of Gothic horror that scare the socks right off you. Izzy Pop. Izzy Pop. I only landed fish yesterday. Wow, man. Hey, nugget. Thorska. Lawless. One blue cabbage. It's time to relax. Story time. Super wow. Welcome to the Wonderland. The bone dance, don't you know? The bone dance, don't you know? bacon. Coffee. Hello, my pretty. Team Ska. Ska, 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 tingle, tingle, ska, 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 tingle, 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 test, 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 test. Blaster. $1 million. Was it a keeper? What you smoking is blaster. 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 Super, 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 super dings. Blaster. Lawless, 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 blaster, blaster. Tingle, tingle, Izzy tingles. Izzy tingles. Wow, wow. The Dennis in the house. Big Dennis. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Dennis. Boom, chick, DJs. Boom, chick, DJs. Izzy pop. Izzy pop. Izzy pop. Izzy pop. Izzy pop. Pat's face. Yes, pass fair. Tingle, 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 tingle. Pat's fair. Don't go there, Pat's fine. Be like to thank you. Tales told in the dark. Hey, Cassie. I see you, Cassie. You ever see the coin machine pushers in arcades? They're fun. Tales. Thank you, sir, Mr. Pat's fan. Appreciate that gifted membership. Going out to Miss Kristen Kruger. Hopefully she'll get the email. We have it. Yes, I have that game on my phone, Janica. Never play the real deal, is he? The real deal. My fellow narrator Tales Told in the Dark. Let's get her link dropped out there. You ever play the real deal, is he? It's stressful like bingo. Yes, Janica, at the amusement park. It's never more. Sound check, 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 check. Blood Dragon, moderator extraordinaire. Let's see if I can pronounce this right. Azrion encrypted. It's Azrion encrypted. Welcome, Azrion. As is Azrion. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Hey, blood. It's Blood Dragon. Good. Blood Dragon. Hey, Sweet and Low. It's Sweet and Low. What you doing, darling? Khadija Reeves, aka Sweet and Low. She's here. Tingle, 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 tingle. That's Rihanna encrypted. What's going on in here? What's all that sound? Tingle, 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 tingle. Scully Pop. It's the insane reading show. I read my novels. I've written a few. Other works in the public domain and submissions from people like you, Azrion. Tell us about the pyramids. Yeah, y'all hear the news about the pyramids? We'll talk about it a little bit. Well, I'll give you a news flash / I wouldn't call it a documentary, but the story I'm going to read tonight is pretty creepy. Hey, Arlie. Glad you made it. Everybody, welcome in. Arlie's Delights, a wonderful cooking channel. I'm such a glutton for food content. I know I got a few members out there. Let's get some of those emojis in the chat. No, we don't have too many in here right now. Y'all give me some emojis. I need some color. I feel so lonely. I need some color. Scuss. Scully. Scuss. Brain tingles begin. Okay. Nobody likes my emojis anymore. Nephilim. Yeah, y'all leave your comments about tonight, about the pyramids. What's your thoughts? Think the Egyptians made them? Man-made? alien technology. What? Thank you. I'm not gonna get too deep in it because like right now I have no idea what that is under there. I just know it goes down as deep as the Empire State Building does tall. And the cat is out of bag. We can't talk about it. Let me have a look and see. You get the brain tingle, okay? The other nobody. Hey, Tom. That's our wonderful guest, Tom, the Sunday dinner chef. Just got here. Hit that like button. Well, y'all been cooking it up. Did you see that news though, Dennis? I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about it. We're not gonna get too crazy, but hey, wow, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Tom, y'all cooking up some good food tonight? How's Marie? Hey, Marie. Jenny Pop. Okay, Scully Pop and that. Our Emerald Wonderland series, some wonderful work by Izzy Pop. No, you didn't hear about it. Well, you're going to probably find it interesting because whoever did, anyway, who did a calzone today, God, that sounds good, man. I need some dough. I need some bread in me. I'm not getting enough fiber or bread. Torres tossing a biscuit around. I swear he gets some more trash than a dog. Chrono card. It is chrono card. Bacon. Hey, Popcorn. What's up, TWP? Our wonderful moderator. What's poppin'? How you doing, broska? Everybody got their dinner, coffee after dinner and everything? I need to put a dessert up here, don't I, Izzy? Y'all put a 1010 in the chat. Let me know you're here. You know how we do it. Get our coffee, get situated. Another night in paradise. He isn't eating it. He's playing with it like a dog pinching up a ball. Oh my God. Obnoxious juvenile. Maine Coon, razor sharp claws. 1010, there you go, native. Wow, man. Dessert. Bacon is dessert, dude. Yeah, well, bacon's off the menu for me, so no more bacon for Scully Pop. The Bone Dance! You're late! Get your ass in here. We're gonna do the bone dance.
Hey, I'm in my Wonderland.
Okay. We're going to read to you tonight. My cat out of nowhere attacked my hand today. No cat was hurt in the making of this statement, but her teeth are freaking sharp. Dang. I'll take a donut, Scully. 6-pack of them Krispy Kreme donuts. With one down there in the end of the row at Walmart you can't pass up. TWP. Tingle, 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 tingle. Yeah, TWP, you got a cool channel, man. I like to listen to you talk, man. Like, I wish you'd talk a little bit more. I like the green room topic of the day. Hey, John. John, how you doing? It's good to see you. So happy to catch you live. Yeah, we're gonna read in a minute. Everybody say hey to Jones Junk Journals and More. Wonderful channel. We have a Krispy Kreme bakery about 7 blocks from me. Oh my Lord. You smell it when you walk by? I was gonna bite her back, didn't. Mouthful of fur scratching. Oh my God, Janet could bite her on. I'll bite her back. Yeah, I'll bite her back. Janica, you gonna bite her back? So, yeah. Some of the new art I made today. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Not sure which one I like the best. It was pretty cool right there, actually. But let's see. Tingle, 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 tingle. Tongue click. Scully pop. Hey Sean, come on in, pull up a chair. About to get started here. That's probably the coolest one, maybe. Kind of groovy. I'm gonna pick it up a notch out there. Let's see. Let's pick it up a notch.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. Got fight, got pride, got reason. If you wanna go eat, then you know I'm
Who that? Who that? Hey, Charlotte. I wrote it. It's the story tonight. I'm so glad you made it. Y'all gonna freak out on this story. It's creepy. First, we'll read about the pyramids. That story, I forget what I called it, but it'll end the show tonight. It's quite a bit of a meaty short story. Swampy, what's up? Wonderful to see you, Swampy. How you doing? Charlotte. How's it going, Gulf Coast Granny? Tingle, 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 tingle. Yeah, this is a story that Charlotte recommended that I write. She enjoys my Gothic horror and suggested to me one day about how to go about this particular story, which I sort of began in medias res, right in the middle of it, and kind of took it from there. But you'll see. Are you ready? Is anything playing or just my voice? Scully, bro. It was the aliens. Let's see if we can hear that. Sydney Cat, Sydney Cat, Sydney Cat, Sydney Cat. It's Sydney Cat, Sydney Cat, Sydney Cat, Sydney Cat. Can y'all hear that? Let me see some of that's jacking up a little bit. Might not be able to hear my voice now. I picked this music to read to, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. This is the one it is. You wait till you hear this one. It's crazy, Charlotte. Crazy. Maybe we'll play it. I guess y'all can hear it. It's starting to get louder. Maybe we'll play this to the part of, we'll put this in part of the story tonight, Charlotte. Driving down the road and we got the clown tooting the horn in the background, playing the song when the tall man with the top hat steps out into the road. It's creepy. I ain't gonna lie, man. It freaked me out what I come up with. But hey, it's my imagination though. Plus is he still out there? Keeping everybody in line. Sydney Cat, Sydney Cat. Hey, Sydney Cat. Now I can't hear it. That's crazy. Y'all know what the name of this song is? The Anunnaki Return by Jesse Gallagher. Izzy's left the building. I guess I gotta turn it up so we can hear. Can y'all hear my voice now that I turned the music up? Hello. Yes, you can hear me. Okay. I'm just gonna loop that track. Let me go ahead and get into this. The depths of Giza, new claims and ancient questions. First off, I'd like to welcome everybody to Scully Pop, where stories come to life. Tonight, we're going to journey beneath one of humanity's greatest mysteries, the pyramids of Giza. What secrets lie below these ancient monuments? Recent claims suggest something astonishing. Massive structures spiraling deep beneath the desert sands. Are they real? What might they tell us about ancient Egypt's true capabilities? Join me as we explore the depths of Giza, new claims, ancient questions. Prepare for a journey into mystery, archaeology, and perhaps the unknown. Buckle up. It's quite the ride. And we'll see you on the other side. Half-kilometer beneath your feet, deeper than the World Trade Center is tall. Massive cylindrical, check. Cylindrical. Got to do that again. I don't know if I like that music or not. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Swampy, Sydney, Izzy, Jenny, Gulf Coast Granny. Okay, yeah, let's I just can't flow with that music. Yeah, Sydney cat looks a lot like my cat, but kind of different colors. Similar patterns. Let's see. Tingles. It's a half-kilometer, half-kilometer beneath your feet, deeper than the World Trade Center is tall. Massive. I don't know if I can talk tonight. Let me get some tea. I say, Scully Pop, it's a half-kilometer beneath your feet, deeper than the World Trade Center is tall. Massive cylindrical structures spiral into the earth. It took the Mad Hatter to get that out. Or so claim researchers Corrado Malanga and Filippo Biondi, whose recent announcement has archaeologists worldwide debating what might truly lie beneath the Giza Plateau. On March 15, 2025, the Italian research team presented findings from their analysis of radar data collected beneath the Khafre Pyramid in 2022. Their claims are extraordinary. 5 multi-level structures connected by geometric passageways and 8 vertical cylindrical shafts extending 648 meters below the surface. If true, these would represent the largest underground structures ever discovered from the ancient world. To understand why these claims have generated such intense interest, we need to visit Giza itself. Here, the Great Pyramid of Khufu and its slightly smaller neighbor, Khafre Pyramid, have dominated the landscape for 4,500 years. Built during Egypt's Old Kingdom, they represent a peak of architectural achievement that has fascinated explorers, scholars, and tourists for centuries. What's remarkable is that despite being among the most studied monuments on Earth, these structures still contain mysteries. In 2017, the Scan Pyramids project confirmed the existence of a previously unknown void above the Grand Gallery in the Great Pyramid, space large enough to contain a passenger aircraft. That discovery used muon radiography, a technique that tracks cosmic particles as they pass through stone, revealing density variations that indicate empty spaces. The new claims rely on different technology. Synthetic aperture radar tomography, originally developed for satellite imaging, SAR technology has been adapted for archaeological applications. Biondi, an engineer specializing in radar systems, developed software that converts radar returns into acoustic signatures, essentially listening to what lies beneath the surface. Dr. Amira Hassan demonstrates how the technology works. Radar pulses are sent into the ground and bounce back differently depending on what they encounter. Dense stone, empty spaces, water, each creates a distinctive return signature. By processing these returns, we can create three-dimensional maps of subsurface structures. The challenge is interpreting these signatures correctly. Limestone landscapes naturally form complex subsurface features, caves, fissures, and drainage systems created by water erosion over millions of years. Distinguishing these from human-made structures requires careful analysis. What's particularly interesting is how these claims connect to questions archaeologists have been asking for decades. The Giza Plateau is not just solid rock, but a complex geological environment with natural caves and fissures. Numerous tunnels and chambers have been documented beneath the plateau, some natural, others excavated during various periods of Egyptian history. Visualize what the Italian researchers claim to have found. We need to understand scale. If their measurements are accurate, these cylindrical shafts would extend deeper than the largest known ancient mines. For comparison, the deepest known ancient copper mine, located in Austria, reaches just 200 meters below the surface. Here's what's particularly remarkable about these claims. The researchers describe not just random tunnels, but geometrically precise structures. According to the press release, the cylindrical shafts maintain consistent dimensions as they descend and appear to be arranged in a specific pattern relative to the pyramid. Check. If confirmed, these would almost certainly be human-made structures, raising profound questions about their check. Oh, don't skip ahead, man. According to their press release, the cylindrical shafts maintain consistency. Check. We're going to have a class how to narrate. Okay, class. Okay. According to their press release, the cylindrical shafts maintain consistent dimensions as they descend and appear to be arranged in a specific pattern relative to the pyramid above. Natural formations will... I don't think I've ever messed up this much on a live stream. Ever. Natural formations rarely display such geometric precision. If confirmed, these would almost certainly be human-made structures, raising profound questions about their purpose and the engineering capabilities of their creators. Izzy, I might have to get you to remaster this for me. Lordy. Put this comment up here. Hey, super lady. Caucasian, I'm missing all kind of people. Oh my Lord. I'm flying solo tonight, so I need to practice a little bit. Good evening, Caucasian, super lady. Sydney Cat, we welcomed in. Swampy, Jenny, everybody else. Thank you, Izzy, for dropping those links. Meanwhile, another discovery has coincidentally emerged that adds context to our understanding of pyramid construction. In Sudan's Nubia region, biological anthropologist Sarah Schrader has been analyzing skeletal remains found near pyramids dating to around 3000 BC. What we found challenges conventional narratives. These individuals show skeletal markers consistent with lives of heavy labor. Yet they were buried in proximity to pyramid structures, suggesting they weren't merely labored, but perhaps specialized craftspeople worthy of honored burial. No, I might strike that part. Getting a little bit off base. Strike that last paragraph. So how might we verify what lies beneath Giza? The Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities has emphasized the need for multiple sensing technologies before any excavation can be considered. We're gonna find out, though. It's Dr. Hassan Ramsey is demonstrating a multi-method approach on a smaller archaeological site nearby. How can I describe? Modern archaeological investigation uses multiple technologies in concert. Magnetometry, ground penetrating radar, and electrical resistivity tomography. Isn't that a mouthful? Anyway, they're able to scan this thing, so using three different methods. Excuse me. So if these structures do exist, what they might tell us about ancient Egyptian civilization. Mainstream Egyptology has long held that the pyramids served primarily as royal tombs, their internal chambers and passageways designed for the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. But engineers have noted aspects of pyramid construction that suggest additional considerations. While Dunn's specific theories about the pyramid functioning as an energy device remain outside mainstream archaeology, his observations about the structure's engineering complexity are widely acknowledged. That's what I think is power, made wireless power in Egypt. I think they were sophisticated engineers who left few written records. I'm not saying they built everything. Any verified subsurface feature would add a lot of value. So the coming months will likely bring more rigorous analysis of the Italian team's data. So we have to wait. Whether their claims are ultimately confirmed, modified, or refuted, they highlight how technology continues to transform archaeological investigation. Certain is that beneath the tourist-filled plateau, beyond the iconic silhouettes photographed by millions, Giza remains a complex archaeological landscape with more to reveal. The ground beneath these monuments contains evidence of the people who built them, their tools, techniques, and organizational systems that made such massive construction possible. Yeah, doing pretty good, Super Lady. Thank you. As we await rigorous verification of the latest claims, the limestone plateau continues its patient vigil, as it has for 4,500 years, holding whatever secrets remain beneath the sands of Giza. And there we have it. The limestone plateau continues its patient vigil. What do you think lies beneath? Ancient tombs, natural caves, or something beyond our current understanding? Leave your theories in the comments below. Enjoy the exploration. Please hit the like button. Consider joining our Scully Pop community. Right. Concludes the first part of our show tonight. Welcome in Tony's Magical Arts and Crafts. Tony Tingles, Tony Tingles. Hello everyone, says Tom. Charlotte, you out there? The name of the story tonight's The Gentleman's Tidings. Give me a little break before we start. Hang out with y'all for a minute. You out there, Charlotte? If you want to come up and tell me how we came about the story, you can if you want to. Or I can just read it either way. I might ought to go get some tea before I start. Put on a 4-minute yeah, out there. Okay, I'm gonna put on a 4-minute intermission. Not the word I'm looking for. Intermission. Yeah, I'll come back and we'll come back and we'll read it. But I just was telling them, how you told me about this story, and I think I mentioned that already. So, but yeah, let me get a little. Hang tight for about 4 minutes while I play this thing. I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels and other works in the public domain and submissions from people like you. So buckle up. It's quite the ride, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, you already telling them what happened. That's cool. I was gonna bring you up, but you already told them, so that'll work. What was I gonna play? Certain music with that. Fool's theme. quick summary for those of you reading the chat. My family and I had a very strange experience while driving home one night. I saw somebody trying to cross the road wearing all black. And this is true story, everybody. I screamed at my husband to stop the car because I thought he was going to hit the man. At the same time, husband was slamming on the brakes. Person got halfway across the road and disappeared. Strange thing about the story is that really happened. My family, all saw the same thing that night. Oh, now Scully's going to bring that experience to life. The only way Scully can. Super lady. I knew that had happened, but I'm still not sure I believe that makes sense. It was super wild. I hope I don't scare the bejesus out of you tonight. It's a little bit, maybe I got too many family members, or I'm not sure how I did it, but it definitely relates to your true story. It's pretty crazy though. Ooh, the horror. Some good old Mississippi Gothic horror. Good evening, Marlene. Welcome. How you doing? Y'all put a 1010. I just got back from break. Put a 1010 in that chat. Let me know you're here. Fill it up with some emojis, some color out there. It's a little bit long, this short story. A little bit long. Let's see if I can get through it all right. I think I definitely want to start the story out with the clown horn. Like this. It's creepy, man. I'm telling you. If y'all, get scary stories bother you, you might want to click off. There's only one way I know how to do it. This guy right here would be good for the story, maybe. Use that Scully pop for the reading, maybe. Marlene. You don't scare easily, huh? Will you give me your honest opinion when I'm done, how scary it was? Oh my God. This trip, man. I should have made you read it with me. No. Let me see here. We got. This is gonna be cool. I'm loving it already. Get me a couple of good air pulls, long pulls of air. Izzy Pa. Cripes, clowns scare me more than ghosts. Well, there's no clowns in the story, thank God. I don't think I'll never write about clowns, but I might play some clown music. You know, the little squeaky horn you put on your bike. Gothic horror. Sk, 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 sk. No clowns or red balloons. You ready? Got some nice black tea with oil of bergamot, aka orange peel. Maybe this guy. Maybe this guy. Maybe. Don't bake him. Everybody got their coffee? Yeah, you're right, super lady. That Earl Grey tea, black tea. Love it. I had to give up coffee, so drink more tea, I say. Live reading, Scully Pop. Hey, lawless, 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 lawless. Ting, 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 ting. Which one y'all like? Like the classic? Or yeah, let's get classy tonight. This one or that one? Maybe that one with the clown horn. I'm getting ready to shoot myself out of cannon. Y'all ready? Read the first part and then change that music. Okay, let's see what we got here. What have we? The Gentleman's Tidy by Scully Pop. The air inside the minivan hung thick with tension as Sarah Blackwood gripped the steering wheel tight enough to blanch her knuckles. The headlights carved a pale tunnel through the Mississippi darkness, illuminating only a narrow strip of railroad street ahead. In the rearview mirror, her eyes caught those of her husband's wide and questioning. "Did y'all see that?" she asked, her voice cracking slightly. "That man, that gentleman in the road." Her husband, Michael, leaned forward in the passenger seat, pressing his palms against the dashboard. "I saw him. Tall man. Black suit, top hat. Just stepped out of nowhere." From the middle row, 12-year-old Emma's voice quavered. He tipped his hat at us, Mama. Like he knew us. He disappeared. 8-year-old Lily whispered from beside her sister.
One minute he was there, then he wasn't.
And far back, 14-year-old James remained silent, his face illuminated by the blue glow of his phone. Only when Sarah called his name did he look up, his expression unreadable in the dim light. I didn't see anything, he muttered, returning his gaze to the screen. The baby, 6-month-old Nathan, slept peacefully in his car seat, oblivious to the family's shared hallucination. But that's what it was. Sarah eased her foot back onto the gas pedal, and the minivan crept forward. Green Acres subdivision, their neighborhood of 5 years, lay just ahead, promising the safety of streetlights and neighbors and normalcy. Yet something held Sarah back from accelerating to their usual pace, as though moving too quickly might disturb whatever had just inserted itself into their ordinary lives. We all saw the same thing. It's like he walked out there, he stopped, looked at us, tipped his hat, and then went on his way. And it's not possible unless something was really there. Maybe it was someone playing a prank. What kind of prankster wore a top hat and carried a cane in Long Beach, Mississippi in the year 2025? The turn for Green Acres approached on the right, the familiar entrance sign offering a welcome that suddenly seemed less than reassuring. Sarah signaled and turned, guiding the vehicle over the small speed bump that marked the boundary between the public road and the private neighborhood. As they passed beneath the first street light, Emma gasped. "Mama, look at the mirror!" Sarah's eyes flicked to the rearview mirror again, expecting to see something behind them, the gentleman perhaps, following in their wake. Instead, she saw only her children in the empty road behind. But when she glanced at the side mirror, her blood turned to ice. Written in the condensation on the driver's side mirror, an elegant script that belonged to another century, were the words, "The Blackwoods are cordially inviting." Sarah slammed on the brakes, throwing them all forward against her seatbelts. Nathan woke up with a startled cry. "Michael, do you see that?" Michael leaned across her, squinting at the side mirror. Color drained from his face. "The Blackwoods are cordially invited?" "Sarah, how?" The words began to fade even as they watched, the condensation evaporating into the warm Mississippi night, leaving no trace of the elegant script that had been there moments before. "I don't understand. Invited to what?" "Home sweet home," Michael attempted, nodding toward their house, which now loomed ahead at the end of Magnolia Lane. The 2-story colonial they bought for its good school district and reasonable commute to Michael's job at the shipyard suddenly looked foreign, its windows like vacant eyes watching their approach. Sarah drove the remaining distance in silence, pulling into their driveway with mechanical movements. The garage door hummed open when Michael pressed the remote, revealing the familiar interior. Michael's workbench along one wall, Sarah's gardening tools arranged neatly on the other, children's bicycles hanging from hooks in the ceiling. "Everyone inside," Michael said, his tone brooking no argument. "I'll get Nathan." They filed into the house through the connecting door, Emma and Lily clinging to each other, James trailing behind with uncharacteristic docility. Sarah flipped on the lights as they went, spelling shadows, creating the illusion of safety. Good evening, crafty witch. To see you, John. Hang on a second. Who rider? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. To be hospital always 57 months. Y'all check your membership milestones. See if you got something there. Thank you, Patsfine. Ooh, right. Ooh. In the kitchen, with its cheerful yellow walls and the refrigerator plastered with the children's artwork and school calendar, Sarah finally allowed herself to exhale.
I'm making tea. Who wants some?
Sarah, Michael said from behind her, his voice strained. There's something on the table. At the center of their oak dining room table sat a cream-colored envelope, papered heavy and expensive looking. It hadn't been there when they left for dinner at Sarah's mother's house 3 hours earlier. Sarah was certain of it. Michael approached cautiously, as though the envelope might somehow bite. He picked it up, turning it over in his hands. It's addressed to us. The Blackwood family, it says.
Don't open it. We should call the police.
And tell them what? That we saw a man in a top hat who disappeared, and now there's an envelope on our table? Michael shook his head. They'll think we're crazy.
Maybe we are. Maybe we all just imagine the same thing.
Imagine this too? Someone's been in our house, Sarah. The implications of his words settled over them like a shroud. Someone had been inside their home while they were gone. Someone who knew their name, who knew where they lived. Someone who'd left them a message, an invitation. James stepped forward, his teenage bravado reasserting itself. Just open it, Dad. It's probably nothing. Michael hesitated, then slid his thumb under the flap, breaking the wax seal, detail Sarah hadn't noticed before. The red wax bore the impression of what looked like a family crest, a tree with spreading branches above and gnarled roots below. He extracted a single card, same heavy cream-colored paper as the envelope. His brow furrowed as he read the contents.
What does it say?
Sarah asked, torn between dread and a desperate need to know. The pleasure of your company is requested at Blackwood Manor for the celebration of the family's sesquicentennial. Transportation will be provided. Formal attire required. He looked up, confusion written across his features. That's it. No date, no time, no address.
Blackwood Manor? Is that a real place?
Sarah and Michael exchanged glances. They lived in Long Beach their entire lives, both of them born and raised here. Neither ever heard of Blackwood Manor in the area.
It must be a mistake or a prank. Maybe someone new moved in and got the names of the neighborhood families mixed up. They knew our name.
Lily pointed out with the straightforward logic of an 8-year-old.
And the man on the road tipped his hat at us, Mommy, like he knew us too.
Chill crept up Sarah's spine.
Let's not talk about it anymore tonight. It's late and you'll have school tomorrow. Go get ready for bed.
The children dispersed reluctantly. Emma and Lily whispering to each other as they climbed the stairs. James following one last look at the envelope in his father's hands. When they were alone, Sarah took the card from Michael and read it again.
Sesquicentennial. That's 150 years.
The Blackwoods have not been in Long Beach for 150 years, Michael said firmly. My grandfather moved here from Alabama in the 1950s. Before that, the family was in Georgia as far as I know. Sarah traced the embossed lettering with her fingertip.
What about your grandmother's side? She was local, wasn't she?
Michael frowned, trying to remember. I think so. Her maiden name was Pritchard. I don't know much about her family's history, to be honest. Sarah set the card down on the table and moved to the kitchen sink, filling the kettle. The normalcy of the action comforted her, though the underlying tension remained.
We should ask your mother. She might know something about the family history that could explain this, whatever it is.
Michael nodded absently, still staring at the card. I'll call her in the morning. It's almost midnight. We should try to get some sleep. But sleep proved elusive for Sarah that night. She lay awake long after Michael's breathing had deepened into the rhythm of slumber, mind racing with questions. Who was the man on the road? How had the message appeared on their car mirror? Who had been in their house? What was Blackwood Manor, and why were they being invited there? Sometime after 2 in the morning, she drifted into a fitful sleep. Only to be awakened by the sound of Nathan's slurring and stirring through the baby monitor. She rose automatically, padding down the hallway to the nursery. The night light cast a soft glow over Nathan's crib. He wasn't crying yet, just making the small sounds that usually preceded waking. Sarah leaned over the railing, gentle fingers brushing his cheek.
Sleep, boy, go back to sleep.
As if in response to her voice, Nathan settled, his tiny features relaxing once more. Sarah smiled, a simple moment of maternal tenderness pushing back against the strangeness of the evening. She turned to leave and froze. tall figure stood in the doorway of the nursery, his silhouette unmistakable even in the dim light. The top hat added height to his already imposing frame. The outline of a cane was visible at his side. Sarah's breath caught in her throat. She wanted to scream, to lunge for her baby, to demand that the intruder leave their home. But her body refused to obey. Locked in place by fear, so primal it overrode all other instincts. The figure raised a hand, gloved. She could see now and pressed a finger to where his lips would be, though his face remained in shadow. The child carries our blood. The figure spoke, his voice a dusty whisper that seemed to reach Sarah's ears without disturbing the air between them. As do you all, it is time to return to the fold, Sarah Blackwood.
Who are you?
Figure tilted his head, the gesture somehow both elegant and inhuman. I am the keeper of the Blackwood legacy, the gateway between what was and what will be. He stepped forward, and the night's light glow finally illuminated his features.
Sarah bit back a scream.
Face beneath the top hat was handsome in a severe and antiquated way. His high cheekbones, strong jaw, thin lips. His eyes were round, completely black. Without whites or pupils, like twin voids cut into the fabric of reality. We have waited long enough. The family must be reunited, and the bloodline must continue as it was meant to. Sarah found her courage, straightened her spine.
We're not going anywhere with you. Get out of my house. Get away from my baby.
Keeper's expression didn't change, but something like amusement colored the next words. You misunderstand, Sarah. You are already there. You have been for some time. Before she could process his cryptic statement, the floor beneath Sarah's feet seemed to shift. Walls of the nursery wavered like heat mirages, and for a disorienting moment, she glimpsed another room superimposed over the familiar one, a grander space with ornate wallpaper and heavy velvet drapes, a mahogany crib where Nathan's modern one stood. Then the vision was gone, leaving Sarah gasping for breath, her hand clutching the railing of Nathan's crib for support. The keeper stepped back into the shadows of the doorway. The veil grows thin. 3 days hence, in the witching hour, the manor will call you home. Do not resist, Sarah Blackwood. For the sake of your children, do not resist. Then he was gone, leaving nothing but a faint scent of tobacco and something older and mustier smelled time itself. Perhaps of decades compressed into a single moment. Sarah stood frozen, listening to the silence of the house, Nathan's peaceful breathing. Slowly, she backed away from the crib, then turned and ran down the hallway to her bedroom, flicking on lights as she went.
Michael, he was here in the house in Nathan's room.
Michael bolted upright, instantly alert. Who? The man from the road? Sarah nodded, tears spilling down her cheeks. He said something about our blood, about our legacy. Said we're already there, whatever that means. Michael, his eyes. She broke off, unable to describe the bottomless darkness she'd seen. Michael's already moving, grabbing his phone from the nightstand. I'm calling the police. No! We'll be gone by the time they get here. They won't believe us when we need to get the children and leave now. Michael stared at her, reading the terror in her eyes. Without another word, he nodded and began putting on clothes. They woke the children, ignoring their sleepy protest, bundling them into the minivan along with hastily packed overnight bags. Nathan, miraculously, slept through the commotion, nestled in his car seat once more. Where are we going? Emma asked as Michael backed the minivan out of the driveway. To Grandma's. We're going to stay with Grandma for a few days. As they pulled away from the house, Sarah glanced back. For a heartbeat, she thought she saw a tall figure standing in that upstairs window, watching their departure. Then Michael accelerated and the house receded into the darkness behind them. They drove in silence through the sleeping neighborhood, past houses where families slumbered, unaware of the fracturing of reality happening in their midst. At the entrance to Green Acres, Michael paused at the stop sign and turned right on the railroad street. Sarah's sense of relief at putting distance between themselves and their house evaporated as she realized they were retracing their route from earlier that evening. Michael, go the other way. We'll go past. But it was too late. Headlights illuminated a familiar figure standing in the road ahead. Tall and still in his formal attire, Michael slammed on the brakes, throwing them all forward against their seatbelts for the second time that night. The keeper stood directly in their path, his black eyes gleaming in the headlights. Slowly, deliberately, he raised his cane and pointed it at the road ahead. A mist began to form, coalescing from the humid night air. It spread across the pavement, thick and impenetrable, obscuring everything beyond the immediate reach of the headlights. Dad, what's happening? Michael gunned the engine, swerving around the keeper, who made no move to stop them. They plunged into the mist, the headlights now useless against the dense white cloud. I can't see the road! The mist pressed against the window, seemed to search for a way in. Sarah hit the button to lock all the doors, though she doubted it would keep out whatever was surrounding them. They inched forward, the tension in the minivan building with each passing second. The children were silent now, even Nathan, who had awakened, was crying, who had awakened but wasn't crying, his wide baby eyes fixed on the swirling patterns in the mist outside the window. There! I can see lights! Indeed, pinpricks of golden light were becoming visible through the mist. As they drew closer, the vague outlines of a structure emerged. Massive buildings set back from the road, illuminated by what looked like gas lamps along a circular driveway. That's not Grandma's house. The mist parted, revealing an imposing mansion that seemed to blend architectural styles from different eras, a Victorian core with colonial additions, all of it exuding an air of faded grandeur. Wrought iron gates stood open, welcoming them onto the property. Above the gate, an arch, or a single word in the elaborate meta word. Blackwood.
Turn around! Michael, turn the car around right now!
Michael tried to shift into reverse, but the engine sputtered and died. He turned the key in the ignition repeatedly too, but the minivan remained silent and still.
What do we do now?
Before either parent could answer, the front doors of the mansion swung open, spilling golden light onto the circular driveway. Silhouetted in the doorway stood a collection of figures, men and women in clothing from different periods of history, all watching the minivan with expectant stillness. One figure detached itself from the group and began walking toward them, the keeper, his top hat and cane unmistakable even at a distance.
Children, we have to protect the children.
But as she reached the door handle, intending to confront the approaching figure, by time for Michael to get the car started again, she caught sight of her reflection in the window. The face that looked back at her was both familiar and strange, her features but altered, as though it had seen through the filter of a different time. Her hair was styled differently. Clothes were replaced by a high-neck gown of burgundy velvet.
Oh my! Michael!
Michael, too, had changed. His modern clothes were replaced by a dark suit of Victorian cut. His normally clean-shaven face now sporting a neatly trimmed beard. In the back seat, the children had undergone similar transformations. Their pajamas were replaced by period-appropriate attire, their features subtly altered to match the fashion of another era. Only Nathan remained unchanged, his modern onesie a stark anachronism among their transformed appearances.
What's happening to us, Dad?
Keeper reached the minivan and opened Sarah's door with an elegant gesture. Welcome home, Blackwood. You have been away far too long. Sarah clutched Nathan to her chest. Her transformed body moved with an alien grace as she stepped out of the vehicle. The night air carried scents she didn't recognize, unfamiliar flowers, wood smoke, the distinctive odor of oil lamps.
This isn't real. This is some kind of shared hallucination.
Keeper's black eyes regarded her with something like pity. This is more like real than the life you've been living, Sarah Blackwood. The house you thought was yours. The neighborhood you believe you chose, all constructs designed to keep the family together until it was time to return. Michael came standing beside her, the children gathering close. Return from where? What are you talking about? Keeper gestured toward the mansion where the assembled figures continued to watch. From death, Michael Blackwood. You and your family perished in this house 150 years ago today. Like fire swept through the east wing where you all slept. Only the youngest child survived the baby. Sarah felt the world tilt beneath her feet.
It's not possible. Alive, we have lives, histories.
You have memories. Memories we constructed to ease your transition back to this place, to this time. The sesquicentennial of your deaths marks the only opportunity for your souls to be reunited with the bloodline. The baby who survived your baby, Nathan, grew up to continue the Blackwood name. His descendants still live, and one of them sleeps in your arms now. Sarah looked down at Nathan and gazed back at her with solemn eyes that seemed suddenly much older than 6 months. Terrible understanding began to dawn. Nathan isn't ours. He's your many times great-grandson, the keeper confirmed. Current heir to the Blackwood legacy, we arranged for him to be placed in your care to complete the circle to bring you home. Family stood frozen on the driveway, caught between the transformed minivan and the waiting mansion, between the reality they thought they knew and the impossible truth being revealed to them. Little Emma said, I don't understand, are we ghosts? Keeper smiled. You are souls entranced in the Blackwood, neither fully of this world nor the next, but tonight, at the stroke of midnight, you will have a choice to make. He turned and began walking toward the mansion, clearly expecting them to follow. After a moment's hesitation, they did, drawn by a compulsion none of them could resist. As they approached, the waiting figures at the entrance came into clearer view. Sarah gasped as she recognized faces she'd only seen in old family photographs. Michael's grandfather, his great aunt, generations of Blackwoods stretching back through time. These are the custodians of the bloodline, those who remain to ensure the continuation of the family. They have waited for this night, for this reunion, for 150 years. Inside, the mansion was a blend of time periods, rooms shifting between different eras as they passed. Victorian parlors giving way to 1920 sitting rooms, which in turn melted into mid-century modern spaces. It was as though the house itself couldn't decide when it existed. They were led to a grand ballroom where dozens of more figures waited, all dressed in the fashion of their respective eras. A long table had been set for a feast. Centerpiece of towering cake decorated with the words, "Welcome home, Blackwoods." What choice? Michael asked suddenly, breaking the spell of wonder that had fallen over them. You said we have a choice to make? Keeper nodded approvingly, as though Michael had asked an important question. At midnight, the veil between worlds will be at its thinnest. You may choose to remain here with the family in the ancestral home. Your souls will be bound to this place, and as the others, watching over future generations of Blackwoods. Or, Sarah prompted, knowing there had to be an alternative. Or you may choose to move on to whatever awaits beyond this intermediate state. You would leave Nathan to be raised by his true parents, and the bloodline would continue without your guardianship. Sarah looked at the baby in her arms, the child she'd nursed. The child who the keeper was to be believed was not her son at all, but a distant descendant. This can't be real. Have lives, jobs, friends. Our children have schools, activities. We can't just disappear. Keeper's expression remained impassive. You disappeared 150 years ago, Sarah Blackwood. The lives you remember are constructs created to keep your souls together until this night. Look around you. Do not recognize this place somewhere deep in your memories? And to her horror, she did. She knew the pattern of the parquet floor beneath her feet.
I remember playing hide and seek. There's a secret passage behind the bookcase.
In the attic, James added. There was a telescope, Father. Someone showed me the constellations.
The garden,
Emma said dreamily.
roses and fountains and maze made of hedges.
Michael's hand found Sarah's, his grip tightened, reassuring despite his own obvious disorientation. Sarah, I think they're telling the truth. I think we've been living in some kind of afterlife all this time without knowing it. A clock somewhere in the house began to chime, the sound reverberating through the mansion. The keeper looked up sharply. Midnight approaches. Family must be in the east wing for the ceremony. A choice must be made where the separation occurred. Lawless in the world, it's Weetar.
West.
Welcome. Crafty witch. Hey, Violet. There's Violet's mom. Carrots. A little breather for a second. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to the show. Stints are Violet's mama. Violet's mama. Mm-hmm. Sleep deprived. Right? Sounds familiar. Honk. Yeet. Crack that back. Fever, got the fever. Fever. Fever dream. My volume keeps going low. Good night, guys. They were led through more shifting corridors, up a grand staircase that seemed to elongate as they climbed, past portraits of stern-faced ancestors who turned to watch them pass. Finally, they arrived at a long hallway, its wallpaper charred and blackened, the smell of old smoke still lingering in the air. This is where it happened, where the fire took you all but the baby. 5 doors lined the hallway, each bearing a nameplate: Sarah, Michael, Emma, Lily, James. The names they knew, the names they'd always had. These were your rooms, where the fire began. You each sought safety in your own chambers rather than fleeing together. By the time you realized the danger, it was too late. Only the nurse, sleeping in the nursery with the baby, managed to escape. The final door at the end of the hallway bore the name Nursery. Unlike the others, this door was unmarked by fire or smoke. The clock continued to chime, the sound growing louder, more insistent. It is time. You must choose. Enter your rooms and you will remain with the family, bound to this house and the bloodline for eternity. Or proceed to the nursery, and you will move on to whatever awaits beyond. Sarah looked at her family, her husband, her children, the baby who both was and wasn't hers. We stay together. Whatever we choose as a family. Michael nodded, his arms around James's shoulders. Together, he agreed. The clock reached its final chime. Midnight had arrived. The doors to their individual rooms swung open simultaneously, revealing glimpses of chambers frozen in time, beds with rumpled sheets, personal belongings arranged as though their owners had just stepped out, windows that showed not the grounds of the mansion, but swirling mist. And at the same moment, the nursery door opened as well, revealing not a room, but a shaft of brilliant golden light that seemed to beckon them forward. Keep a step back as roll complete. Choose, but know that once chosen, your path cannot be altered for another 150 years. Sarah looked down at Nathan, at his innocent face unmarked by the weight of the impossible choice before them. He gazed back at her, and for a moment, she thought she saw recognition in his eyes. Not the simple recognition of a baby for his mother, something deeper, older, as though he knew exactly who she was and what was happening. Then he smiled, a simple, guileless baby smile that broke her heart and mended it in the same instant. Sarah knew what they had to do.
The nursery.
she said, her voice steady despite the tears streaming down her face.
We go forward, not back.
Michael's eyes met hers, understanding passing between them. He nodded once, decisively.
Mom, what about Nathan?
Sarah looked around at the assembled ghostly figures who had gathered in the hallway. At the generations of Blackwoods who maintained this in-between place for a century and a half. Among them, she now saw a young couple who looked strikingly familiar. The woman with Sarah's own eyes, the man with Michael's jawline.
His parents.
She realized aloud.
His real parents.
The couple stepped forward, their expressions a mix of hope and apology.
We didn't know,
The woman said softly.
we were told our baby died at birth. We didn't know he had been placed with you.
Sarah's arms tightened around Nathan instinctively.
But she knew, she knew what was right.
She stepped forward and, with a tenderness that belied the agony of the action, placed the baby in its true mother's arms.
He likes to be rocked to sleep. And he has a stuffed elephant he can't sleep without. Man.
She stopped, recognizing the futility of her instructions. Nathan would grow up in a different world with different comforts, different routines. The woman, Nathan's mother, nodded, tears spilling down her cheeks.
Thank you for loving him, for bringing him back to us.
Sarah rejoined her family, who stood before the doorway alight, their transformed appearances already beginning to fade, modern clothes and features reasserting themselves as they prepared to leave the constructed reality of Blackwood Manor behind. "We're ready," Michael said, taking Sarah's hand. The children gathered close, forming a tight circle of Blackwoods, the last act they would perform as a family. As they stepped into the light, Sarah glanced back one final time. The keeper stood watching them, his black eyes unreadable. The ghostly Blackwoods had arranged themselves in a formal tableau, with Nathan and his parents at the center, the past and the future of the bloodlines united at last.
Goodbye,
Sarah whispered, though whether to Nathan or to the spectral world they were leaving, she couldn't have said. The light enveloped them, warm and welcoming, drawing them forward into whatever lay beyond the confines of Blackwood Manor, beyond the liminal space they had occupied for 150 years without knowing. Together, the Blackwood family stepped into the unknown, united in death as they had been in their strange, constructed life. Behind them, in the charred hallway of a mansion that existed outside of conventional time, a baby's laughter echoed, the sound of a bloodline continuing, of a family legacy preserved through generations yet to come. The doorway of light closed behind them, leaving only the keeper standing in the now empty hallway, his duty fulfilled for another 150 years. Slowly, deliberately. He raised his hand to his top hat, tipping it in a final salute to the departed souls. Until we meet again, safe journey, Blackwoods. In the real world, in the Long Beach of 2025, a minivan was found abandoned on Railroad Street just before the turn to Green Acres subdivision. Inside were the personal belongings of the Blackwood family, 2 adults, 3 children, and an infant who had disappeared without a trace. The only clue to their fate was a single cream-colored card on the driver's seat bearing the words, "The Blackwoods have returned home." And in the years that followed, locals would sometimes report seeing a tall figure in a black suit and top hat walking along Railroad Street in the dead of night. He never spoke, never acknowledged the modern world around him. He simply tipped his hat to passing cars and continued on his eternal rounds. The keeper of the Blackwood legacy, waiting for the next chapter in a story that transcended time itself. The end. Hello, Fighters Against Anxiety. Welcome. Let's lover. Let's lover. Brody. Damn. So, Charlotte, did I do it some justice? What you think? Kind of endearing in a way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't always get to talk to the chat when I'm reading, so I get caught up in what I'm doing. Some of y'all come in and leave before I even get a chance to say hello. You loved it? Good. I'll get busy to remaster that. There's some rough spots about 1/3 of the way through, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good story. Some of our Mississippi Gothic horror series, I guess. Yeah, it was a pretty good thorough read, and we're over 2 hours right now, so definitely. Yeah, what am I going to do next? Good question. I love watching shows like that too. See if I missed anybody. Fever Dream, Weston, Wheatsard, Lawless in the World, Martin Motivates, Crafty Bitch, WP, Woo Rider, Super Lady, Super Tingle. I don't scare easily, says Marlene. Yep. That's a wrap. Boy, I think I worked up an appetite there. Heck yeah. Charlotte, I want to know what you think. Playing in the background, working on animation. Crazy good. All right. Kind of neat, huh? Yep, that's our Gothic horror series, The Gentleman's Tidings, which was derived from a true story y'all didn't see earlier. You go back, check the chat, but you know, that was when one night Charlotte at Gold Coast Granny was driving home, and this man come out in the middle of the road wearing a black suit with a top hat and a cane, you know. Stopped in the middle of the road, tipped his hat at him, and then he disappeared. And that's the story that I came up with by what she told me. But she kind of put it in my head that we might be on to something with the Gothic horror, you know, Mississippi Gothic horror series of some sort, you know. I mean, in some roundabout way, I'm a little influenced by Faulkner just because he's a Mississippian, but just because of the strangeness of his work. But some of his stuff is pretty wild too. You got another one? Another one if you want to. Yeah. About a secondhand buffet. Oh my gosh, right? Yeah. What you got? I gotta see you. I'd love to see you write a book of short stories in a Gothic manner. Yeah, I'll keep accumulating them and I'll publish it, you know. I'm getting ready to publish these 2 full-length novels. Well, they're not long novels. They're roughly about 200 pages maybe, but I'm about to publish those and a short story anthology. But I might not publish I might save the Gothic ones for, you know, we'll do a Mississippi Gothic. I don't know what we come up with, you know, maybe put some kind of art into it. Like we're going to do that leather-bound book for Emerald Wonderland, and kind of big old fairy tale looking thing. Actually, we got 3 books coming out with Emerald Wonderland. I'm just going to take the transcripts and put them into a novel format or somewhat, whatever, and then get both the Emerald Wonderlands season 1 and 2 into one book. Maybe 2 books. Hell, I don't know. And then, you know, I can take, with the Emerald Wonderland project, I can take it from my files and, you know, how can I say that? Deduce it down to whatever I want, screenplay, play, any type of copy, really. I'm working with, you know, Claude, Anthropic with Claude, and it's by far one of the better engines out there for working with your business, and the way it can help you with your writing and everything. You know, what else is going on? I've been feeling pretty good. I think I'm, you know, 95% in remission from my last flare-up. It really lasted a long time, y'all. It was, you know, I would say close to 7 weeks. And before that, I'd been feeling great, man. And this is when I decided to get that tooth pulled, you know, and things just went south from there. But I don't know, I'm feeling pretty decent. I got some really good vitamins for, you know, men, and different teas and fish oil, and you know, my diet consists of poultry or seafood, no beef, no dairy, no wheat. I mean, it's so primitive, but I'm starting to feel better, and I've got this journey I've been on since, I mean, October of 2023. I'm still haven't, you know, whittled it down to my pathology as far as what goes on with my stomach, for, you know, versus like, do I have something vascular going on that needs corrected, like for example, maybe a stent, or is it more like anxiety related? It's just, you know, hard to tell until they've done all. And then you battle with the insurance companies. So, and you know, you got your how do you call it, your discourse with your doctors, different doctors, trying to coordinate them to the point where you almost like, well, do I need an internist to juggle all this stuff, or wonderful idea. Yeah, I'm not sure which idea was wonderful, but hopefully most of them are. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, like, you know, if a local school wanted to play, you know, for their, you could just take one of those episodes from Emerald and turn it into a play. Even, you know, costume, whatever they need, you know, descriptions, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm becoming, you know, I'm not saying I'm pivoting, but there's another big part of my ecosystem is pivoting into, you know, the AI field as far as like prompt engineering goes, and designing AI around people's businesses. And things that can help them grow by, you know, 10x, 100x even. But I don't know, you know, there's within the next, say, 5 years, you'll probably have something like 100 million agents flooding the internet that are basically computer brains that people make to, you know, go out and do things for them as if they were humans, you know, pressing buttons on a computer, but at a much smarter way, and 24 hours a day. You know, you could have like I mean, you could have a whole team of agents doing things for you. Just from A to Z, how you run a business, and anything that you can do remotely, you can create an agent or like a computer brain or a bot or whatever you want to call it, you know, and give it the autonomy to do things on your computer. I know that sounds crazy, but if you're building a business, solely a business, you look at it like that. I mean, you could build a board of directors, you know, that's just completely digital and backed by, you know, APIs on these crazy things. It just goes on and on. You got back, Izzy Pop? Okay. Yeah, we're wrapping it up. I think the story went well tonight. It's got a nice plot structure to it. You know, maybe one day when I'm dead and gone, you know, they'll go back and analyze some of my literature. Yeah, I hear my editor talk about the Dutch coffee shop, what he broke that down from a literary standpoint. You know, it's hard to say the author to his thought process, but you know, I mean, like, if Leonardo had these art models, these mid journeys and things, I mean, think about what he probably could have created with that. It's like having a box of magic paints, you know, working with Claude or Chat GPT, whatever you do. It's like having a magic pen. But you know, you got to know how to ask the right questions. That's the thing. If you don't ask a good question, you get a not good answer. I mean, and by all means, it's like somebody that cooks. They got their secret recipe, and I got my secret prompts that I probably won't share with anybody. But I do have a bunch of that what I've used to learn to get to this point. And I'm thinking about sharing with the community and doing a live where y'all come up and give me ideas for stories, you know, and I'll show you how it works. Thank you, Charlotte. I had a lot of fun working with that. I run though, 6 a.m. is going to come early, and I've actually been sleeping well. Don't want to mess it up again. Heck yeah. Awesome. That's one thing they should teach creators, that at some point you'll be faced with borderline insomnia if you don't go over the line, over the edge. Don't let the honeymoon phase get to you, you know, like the first year or two, and everything's so exciting, and you have to pace yourself. Hey, Cypress in the house. I love having a channel from over there, and yeah, y'all make really cool like way you show us how it works over there. I love it. Awesome new beginnings. I mean, I guess maybe the isolation might be difficult at times, but just the living off the land, and I remember when y'all had to put that well in and how like difficult that was. To persevere and, you know, have a part of this world that you call home that's just your own like that. I imagine there's not a ton of people living out there, you know, in those areas, but Izzy Pop. Yeah, I was telling him, Izzy, I might get you to remaster the reading tonight. Well, I don't know. I think they're both the short stories are probably worth remastering, but I just had too many places I messed up. What time did I start tonight? No, I've been on for a pretty good while. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Let's see what I haven't played tonight. Let me make sure I acknowledged everybody. Lawless and Pat's fan. Appreciate that, guys. Busy saying goodnight to everybody. With the volume. Let you feeling better. Yeah. We haven't done this one yet.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'm a big fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.